Hello, beautiful people. How are you? Are you surviving? It's the end of July. Oh, my days. Was that Mercury retrograde a bit intense? And then some. And what about that full moon? Yeah, and a bit intense as well. But we are now moving out of that energy and we are in Lionsgate energy manifesting time, the most powerful manifesting time of the entire year. So we're going to harness this. We're going to say, yes, please, and thank you very much. So grab yourself your cuppa. I've just made myself a cup of tea here. We are going to be looking at the energies for the collective for this coming week. This isn't a timeless one for a change. This is specific for this particular week coming up for everybody and how that energy is impacting. So put the kettle on. Get yourself comfy, put your feet up. Let's have a little look. What is going on for my beautiful collective? Okay, so I don't know about you guys, but for me, it's been a lot of conflict, a lot of disagreements, a lot of boundaries, a lot of stuff coming up about the past. I mean, how's it been for you? Let me know if you feel like it in the comments. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Yep, okay, right. Let's find out some more. We've got the Empress. There's that abundance coming in with the Ten of Swords, the end of, oh, thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very much. The end of the anxiety. All right, we've got the Magician. We have the Hermit in the center of the reading. We've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, the Five of Swords. Yeah, there's that conflict with the Ten of Pentacles. All right. The Light Seers Tarot, this is. Let's get your affirmation card out. This is mine from Hoping to Having, and you've got limitless abundance is available to me now and aligning with success. Okay. Well, you see, it's all coming out in the wash. Right. So let's talk about it and see what's going on. All right. Let's start with this. Now, when we talk about abundance, we're not just talking about money, although money's very nice. We like money, okay? But abundance of energy, of love, of ease, of balance, of harmony, of health, all everything, all right? You know, we don't want much, do we? We just want it all. All right, I want you to just come away from abundance means having enough money. It's having enough of anything at all, all right, that we are unlimited. So your affirmation, all right, it is a remember card. Limitless abundance is available to me now. Right. Not next week, next month, next year. Now. It might not show up till next week, next month, or next year, but we are creating it in the flow of it now. And so you're stepping into it. Let me just explain this a little bit, all right, for those of you who don't know. So my book, From Hoping to Having, these cards come from that book, all right? It's in 3 sections: remember, reset, receive. So the remember part is remembering your magnificence, your ability to create, your spiritual power, your personal power, your energetic power, the power between you and the universe and the support that's there. When we remember all of that, then we can create, okay? And the second part, reset, is like, right, what do I need to reset in terms of my thinking, my energy, my beliefs? And then we step into the receive. So the cards are in 3 sections: remember, reset, receive. So this is a remember card. Have you forgotten that you are a child of this universe? Have you forgotten that you are a divine spark of consciousness and the universe loves you? Have you forgotten that abundance is available to everybody, not just those over there, but you too? So let's start with remembering, all right? I deserve and desire to be abundant in all forms. So your affirmation for the week: limitless abundance is available to me now. This time last year, I'm going to share this with you because I want you to get into this, all right? This time last year, I prepared a pitch, a selling pitch, to a literary agent, and I set the intention. I'm getting a publishing deal. These books were selling very, very well. I'm hoping to have in. I've got figures, I've got stats, I've got a big audience. I should be able to get a publisher now. Right, put it together, and I set the intention. This is happening. I'm getting an agent, and through the agent, I'm going to get a publisher. And I want one of the top 5, if possible, the number 1, the biggest one, Penguin. And I got it all ready. And every day this time last year, I was just focusing. The right agent is coming to me. The right agent is falling into my lap. This is happening for me. And then in terms of the timing, I sent out that pitch on the 8th of August on Lionsgate. But it wasn't just on Lionsgate. I'd been preparing this for several weeks in advance, harnessing the energy, right, and believing in it. I took the action I needed to take. I set it out at the right time. And a month later, on the 8th of September, I got an agent. And a month after that, I got a meeting with Penguin. And a few weeks after that, I'm up in London agreeing deals. So this stuff works, all right? This stuff happens. Now I'm doing another load of manifesting at the moment because I've decided it's time to move on from this house, this area, and my house is on the market. And I'm like, right, come on, the right buyer is coming. It's all going to happen within the next month. I visualize the buyer walking through the door, that they love the house, that they want the house. And I've already said goodbye to the house. Thanks for having me for 2 years. It's time for me to move on. Right. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, this is the best possible time to do it. But it all ties into what's happened in the last month. I'm explaining all of this because I want you to get into the energy of your own sense of abundance, okay? This Mercury retrograde through July in Cancer is about family, and it's about connections, and it's all sorts of things, right? But what's been coming up is various things coming up to the surface that might have been hidden or bubbling away. There may well have been tower moments for you, challenges for you, disagreements, conflicts, heartache, heartbreak. There has been for me, there has been for multiple people I know. Massive shifts. Doesn't have to be negative. People selling houses, changing jobs, resetting their thinking about a habit or behavior. But it's been quite significant. And for many, it's been quite exhausting. So now we're in a kind of why? What was the point of that? To clear out, including the full moon. If you haven't seen the full moon video, I'll link it at the end, okay? Because we're still in that energy now. And so this is all about bringing up anything that's left over that needs to be cleared, released, resolved, get it out of the way, so that what we're manifesting, what we're creating from a strong place of a beautiful, flowing, inspired energy, rather than from anything that was unhealed or toxic or negative, because that obviously will taint and weaken the manifestation. We have to clear that out first, then we can create the ingredients to be able to manifest. So this day, this Friday, the last day of July. So for the next week to 10 days specifically, I want you to really get into releasing anything that's left over, realigning yourself now, because we're still in Mercury retrograde shadow for another week or so, but it's easing off. Thankfully, it's easing off, right? So you're shifting out of that now, and you're stepping into the manifestation. Limitless abundance is available to me now. And another remember card, remember that you are successful. So the affirmation, I am aligned with success now. I welcome success, right? I am already successful, and I welcome more success into my life. We tend to put the success at the end of, when I have ... then I'll be successful. That keeps the success at bay. We want to step into it now. I'm already successful now. That's going to draw to you more success. Okay. If you need more information, grab my book. The link is below. And I want you to get into this energy. We're going to transform, transcend, create, manifest. On the deck, we've got the Empress and the Magician. See, this is your manifesting energy of abundance. So this is a fabulous time. And of course, you can create any time of the year, not just around Lionsgate, anytime. But particularly around Lionsgate, the portals open and the abundance flows in and it's easier. And so this is such a good time, especially when there's so many of us doing it. What's happening when the collective energy is in that creative manifesting mode? It raises the collective consciousness for everybody. It feeds into the universal grid. Everything lifts because we're in that creative mode of divinity. And it's beautiful. So let's look at the tarot. Let's look at what's on the deck then. All right. There's a lot of power. We have the Empress, the Hermit, the Magician, three major arcana cards. These are specifically, get your words out, Joe, the Empress and the Magician is his creative energy, right? Now, with the Hermit in the middle, the center of your reading, this is about you. You're not manifesting for the world and his wife. You are manifesting for you. What is it you want, you need, you desire? You're focusing on your energy, your heart, your light. You see, with the Hermit, they're always holding some kind of light, right? It could be a lamp, a lantern, a candle. In this particular deck, the Lightseer's Tarot, the light is emanating within and all around your own starlight, your own spirit, your own divinity lighting up. The Hermit energy is self-reflection. It's the Virgo energy, and we're coming into Virgo season in a few weeks' time, and it's already sort of moving in to bring the attention into you, right? What's right for me? What do I want? What do I need? What's important for me? Why is it important? Why does it matter? It's a card of self-reflection and self-awareness. So we're getting really clear within our own being of what matters to you. And from that place, then you create, right? So we start with the Five of Pentacles. This is kind of where I feel that we've been over the last few weeks. There has been challenges and difficulties. There has been an awareness of what's missing, what's lacking. This is a card of lack and a little bit of victim energy as well. You know, like she's there in the card on the floor, head down. It's kind of right, things are not flowing. I don't feel abundant. That might be within your relationships, love, energy, health, sleep, any of that. All right. The Five of Coins, Five of Pentacles isn't just about money, a lack of money. It's a lack of abundance in all areas, right? And it is feeling alone and feeling that perhaps, you know, people have turned their backs on you and that you're struggling here on your own. You see, the thing is, the Hermit is also on their own, but the Hermit isn't sad about it. The Hermit's like, right, I can crack on with what I need to do for me now. The Hermit isn't victim energy, right? Both these cards are alone. One is struggling and one is perfectly content to be alone. Now, this doesn't mean that you're single and nobody loves you, but it can feel like that at times, can't it? And perhaps that's what you've been going through the Mercury retrograde, through the energies that have come up. And, you know me, if you've been watching me a while, you know, my channel is all about encouragement and positivity and upliftment. But equally, we don't want to have toxic positivity where we're brushing over things that are challenging. It has been quite tough for many people. But why is that happened? It's about the truth being revealed. All of this has come up since Uranus moved into Gemini early May. So, you know, relationships, that might, we have resentments, we have challenges bubbling under the surface, but we don't say and we don't show. We want to keep the peace. Over the last few weeks, it's just all been coming out, and it's like, oh, I didn't know you felt like that. Oh, I didn't realize I felt like that. That was a surprise. Okay, things have been coming out, yeah, and that's enabled us to clear it out, to clear the air, to reset back to the Mercury retrograde, all the reset, review, all the rest of it. But that's what the Hermit does. Now, within that, you may well be feeling a bit alone and a bit low. But this is now where we start to move forward, saying, okay, if those relationships, for example, have stepped back and you're feeling alone, instead, I want you to look at it's created space for you to step into your own empowerment and do what is right for you. It's enabled you to step into the magician energy to say, so what do I want to create now? What is it that I want? The magician doesn't feel helpless or hopeless. It's like, okay, the Five of Coins is saying, I'm all alone. And the magician says, smashing, what do I want to bring into that empty space? An empty space, a void, means that I can manifest and create something new into that space that is just right for me. So that's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to open up with the Two of Wands to doing things differently from this point forward, to go in a different direction, to choose different things. The Two of Wands, there she is looking out the window. There's a big wide world out there. She's got the globe on the floor next to her. Where do I want to go? Why do I want to go there? What's important to me? Because when we go into this energy of the Five of Coins, which is generally feeling alone and unsupported and struggling, it can feel pretty heavy and sad. But through that, we say, I've learned such a valuable lesson. I've learned such a valuable truth. I've seen what is lacking and what is lonely or sad or unsupported. And I can then rise into my own light with the Hermit card and say, I'm doing it differently. I'm going in a different direction. I'm following my own inner guidance. Some of you may be moving away, changing jobs, or just creating distance between yourself and something or someone else. But it doesn't have to feel sad. In fact, when we're in relationships that are, I would say, let's use the word positive toxicity, that we're pretending that we get on when actually it's stress and strain under the surface, and that's perhaps come out. So now we clear it and say, so let's actually connect from a place of truth, right? It has been arguments, discourse, difficulties. I've had more battles in the last 3 weeks than I've had in the last 3 years, I think. And it has been hard. I hate conflict. I hate battles. We all do. But there are times you need to stand up and be counted. There are times you need to push back. There are times when the truth coming out is really helpful, even if it is conflicting. But it's important and it's necessary, and it's helped you realize where your own light is. And also with the Hermit, it's a number 9, right? 9 is completion. It's, I'm kind of nearly there. I'm figuring ever such a lot out. And then I can step into the 1 of the new beginning to create the new beginning, is next to the Magician, based on that light and that truth, and taking with me the learning, the growth, the experiences, the awareness, the development, the expansion into creating a new beginning. So when we put the Magician with the Hermit next to each other, and then under the Empress, which is the card of abundance, it is the card of fertility, creating beauty, then we are moving ourselves forward. And this is what we want. The Empress is such beautiful creative energy. It is saying that the ground is fertile. Perhaps the ground was toxic, full of weeds, full of stuff you didn't want it to be there, and nothing was going to grow in that soil. You've been doing the clearing out. You've perhaps added some They're just showing me a garden with, very depleted soil, and adding in the manure, adding in the substance that's going to enrich the soil, and tilling it and turning it. They're showing me a hoe and it moving the soil around, mixing it all in to make that soil super fertile. So now when you sow your seeds or pop your baby plants in there, they've got such a beautiful chance now of taking off. Now there's a message coming through about this for you. If you have tried something before and it didn't take off, it's very easy to then say to yourself, well, I tried that, that didn't work, we won't be doing that again. Yeah. And that's understandable. And sometimes that's the case. But the message coming through is perhaps what you were trying to create, you were sowing seeds in barren soil, so it didn't take off, and it wasn't anything that you did wrong other than you hadn't realized the soil was depleted. You hadn't realized the soil was toxic. Now you've cleared it out. That's what you've been doing through May and June and July. And here we are now. The clearing out is done. The soil is ready. We're stepping into Lionsgate. It's already started. Starts the last few days of July and carries on past the 8th of August to about the 12th, but it peaks on the 8th. All right. So we're in that energy now. So I want to say to those of you, sorry, I'm struggling to get my words out. I want to say to those of you who've tried something before and it didn't work, but it's coming back up now, try again. Try again, because it feels as if the soil is fertile now. That's the thing with the Empress. This is saying all the components, I'm hearing Abraham Mix's voice, the cooperative components are now in place for it to all come together for you to be able to create. So yes, there may still be some conflict, some disagreement. You might not be through this and out the other side fully yet, but you've got stronger, you've got clearer on what you want, and you are able to deal with this, whether that is to walk away from it, whether it's to override it, overcome it, to be able to discuss it, whatever it is for you, you are in this fertile time now. Whether that is around relationships, family, romantic, jobs, income, business, homes, health, wealth, all of it. Realize that the time of this challenge of the Five of Pentacles, the conflicts with the Five of Wands, has led you to this place where you can now truly look wider, bigger, deeper. You may have been saying, well, I need to stay in this job because of XYZ, and XYZ has been cleared out. So now you say, no, I don't have to stay now, I can go. The same with a relationship, or, I have to stay in this area because of family. And then there's been conflict with the family, and you're like, no, I don't have to stay in this area. I can actually do what's right for me. It's about what's right for you. Hermit is in the middle. The Hermit is you. What is right for you? Right? So has been painful. The Ten of Swords is not an easy card. It is a card of anguish and despair and feeling lost and feeling stressed and feeling just all over the place. Yeah, it comes after the Nine of Swords, the sleepless nights, the nightmares. But we're now at the Ten of Swords, and look, she's got it back to what's been going on, and she's walking away. She's going towards the light. So we are coming out of that space now, moving towards the light. And that light is going to take some work, some effort, some attention, because the Eight of Pentacles is the card of the grafter, the worker. So if I'm walking away now, yeah, which I am, Ten of Swords, I'm creating, I'm manifesting something new, I'm walking away from what has been difficult, then I'm prepared to put the effort in. Whether it's a new job, my health, a new home, there's some work involved in that, isn't there? Yeah, quite a lot sometimes. But you're saying to yourself, it's worth it. It's worth it because it's taking me to the Ten of Pentacles. That's what I want. This is the legacy, the abundance, the flow, the success, the family, the connections. This is having it all. This is what we are stepping into now. So if you've been through this challenge, this difficulty, this feeling pushed out that has led you to this 10 of swords of anguish and feeling helpless and hopeless, this is where us now moving through working out what is important to me to the 10 of Pentacles, which is what I want. So I'm in the Empress energy with the Magician to create. I've tilled the soil. I have nurtured the soil. I can now sow my seeds. I'm ready to go in a different direction, to open up to a different way of doing it. And is it easy? No. Is my head still chattering away with doubts? And is this okay? And am I allowed to say no? And yeah, you can do it. You are moving towards the 10 of Pentacles now. You're aligning with this energy. Limitless abundance is available to me now. And success. I am aligned with success now. I'm already successful. I welcome more success into my life. Right? This is where you're at. Let's get your final message from, I want one from the unicorns and one from the angels. I hope this is helpful. If this resonates for you, you don't have to leave a comment. If there's been stuff going on you don't want to share, that's fine. Perhaps just give it a thumbs up like, yeah, I know what she's talking about here. Spiritual warrior. That's the way it's felt for me anyway, like a bit of a battle. And are you going to cave, or are you going to step into your power as the spiritual warrior? From the angels, you've got learning. From the unicorns, you have the spiritual warrior. 37. That breaks down to a 1, right? 1 is the leader, the I. We're back to the hermit energy of what's right for me. Show you are a wise leader. Command the universe. Let me just explain about command. I explain all this in my book, right? Don't ask the universe. Don't plead. Don't get on your knees and humble me. And if you've got a minute, and if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, please. You're coming from a place of disempowerment. You're coming from a place of, I don't deserve this, and you're bestowing this on me as a massive gift. That is not the energy of manifesting. Command. I am a divine spark of consciousness. I am God, goddess, source energy within my soul and my being, and I have every right to create an abundant life, and that's what I'm choosing to do. I am commanding it into being. All right. Demanding is different. That's bad. Don't demand. Demand comes from a place of insecurity and kind of tantruming energy. Commanding comes from authority, self-belief, self-mastery. Command it into being, right? Again, this is all explained in my book. It's going to help you, right? This is you commanding the world and life into being that you want it to be. You are a spiritual warrior. You are not some little speck of nothingness on the sidelines watching life happening to you. You are standing center stage. I am a divine being. I am a spark of consciousness. I am commanding it into being. The abundance, the beauty, the flow that I choose. But has it been hard? Yes. Have I learned a lot? Oh my God, yes. You've learned so much. 23, learning. This is the Oracle of the Angels, right? We've got the book of knowledge sitting on the table, wide open in front of you. Everything that you have been experiencing, right up, not just recently, right the way through your life, has brought you to where you are now. You have so much knowledge within you. You've grown. You have increased your awareness of who you are, what matters, why it matters, and where you're going. And that makes the path ahead of you much clearer. So you're taking the learning with you. It's a number 23. That's a 5. Fives are about growth and change. And sometimes that's uncomfortable. Sometimes it's agony. That's a 7 of swords, 10 of swords. Agony, anguish. It's not easy. But the universe says, all right, they're just saying this. If you felt that you were being tested, that you were being pushed into a situation to see, can you hold your ground? Are you a warrior or are you going to run away? You've not run away. You stood your ground. You are a warrior. You can take the learning now and you can move yourself towards the life and the light that you truly want, truly desire, and truly deserve. All right? So that's what I have for you, my beautiful collective. Start getting into this energy of Lionsgate now. Start getting clear about what you want and why you want it. And then step into, I am abundant. I am successful. I'm a successful person. This has nothing to do with career and income. It's being a successful human being, a successful soul, because your soul is successful. It's managed to squeeze its magnificent energy into this teeny tiny body and experience life here on this 3D planet Earth with all its challenges, with all its opportunities to fade and dim and give up, and all its opportunities to step forward, step in the light and celebrate. Do that now. All right. I'll be back next week with some more individual readings for each of the zodiac signs. I've just finished doing the last 12, the last batch, and I will see you on Monday. And have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy Lionsgate energy that's here now. All right. Lots of love to you all. Bye bye.